Okay, we got a towel here. It's going to be the roast. And I'm doing this over the counter, so I might have a little bit of problems. It's also going to be light, so it's going to move on me. Here I have butcher twine. If you can't get butcher twine, which all it is cotton twine, just go up to Zettlers and get cotton twine. Leave yourself a short end here. See that? Doesn't need to be real long. Doesn't matter if it's too big, you can cut it off. Then take and form a loop and pull the long end through, not the short end. So you have a slip knot on your long end. Like I said, this is going to be a little awkward because I'm not at the right place. Okay, this is very light. It will move on me. That won't happen to you when you're doing it. Make yourself a nice little end. And you really want your seam straight down. So there, the seam straight down and everything's up. Or the seam can be slightly on the side. So when you pull out this loop, you want to take the either end, doesn't matter. Usually I take the end that's solid, not the sliding end. And you want to pull it, see this? I'm pulling it tight. You want to pull it tight, push it straight down onto the surface, tight onto the block or whatever you're using. Leave this loose end up here, push the tight one down, and then you can wiggle it back and forth. The roast won't move like a towel did, and it will allow you to do it. If it's tight, it doesn't catch it, push down and wiggle. Then you want to take and slide the knot to the top, pull it down. If I miss it, and I did that on purpose so you can see, you just pull it and keep doing that. But always reach to the bottom and pull it until you get it to where you want. Tighten your knot up and make it fairly firm. Then the next thing you do, you get more twine off. You pull it down, and look here. You go under. This is called a half hitch. So under and then up. See, there's your half hitch. Under, and there it is. So this loop right here is what's going to go under the roast. Make sure you have enough twine. Grab the bottom, keep it tight, and see this other twine's just laying there. Keep it tight, push it down on the bottom, push it with your thumb, and work it all the way up. Again, find a nice distance. I'm looking at the distances here so that you get parallel. Pull your twine tight. If I need to adjust it, I need to come down here at the bottom, pull it, and adjust it, pull it, and adjust it. Pull it tight, more twine, half hitch, give myself a lot of room. Take this bottom part, put it on the bottom, push it down with my thumbs, pull it tight, wiggle it under, it won't move if it's a roast, and so on. Now I'm making bigger. On a roast this size, these loops would be far apart. Usually you want to make them about an inch. But I'm doing more so that I don't have to do all those hitches, and so you can see. Same thing, half hitch, give myself room, tighten it down, pull it under, and let's call that our last one. Now, at this point, take your time, look at them, straighten any up that you need to. You can come back here and actually hold this knot and tighten it if you need to. You can come to each hitch and tighten it if you need to and work all the twine back through. But when you tighten that hitch, that means then to tighten this, I have to pull here and tighten that hitch. And then to continue, I pull here and tighten that hitch. Sometimes you get your half hitches on opposite sides, so you have to check what you're doing. I've been doing it a while. Now, you take your roast and you roll it over. And then you double check that all these are nice and straight. Move them if you need to. At this point, you're going to have to cut your thread. So you're going to come out here, see what you need, and a little bit more, cut your thread. Now, I always like to take it, see here, go up, over the twine and tuck it under from the front. See that, how I did that? Then cross it over and come out. And so then you end up with a knot I don't know if it will show you. You end up with a knot like that. See, it went over, under, over, under. Then this one you skip, and the next one, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Sorry. You go over, see, over the loop. See my finger here over the loop. Tuck it under. See, so it's just tucked under. Then go over that, and then back under. And what that does is gives it a little bit more support. Now, you can do that to every one of them down through there. I sometimes do. Or you can just go under it, just wrap around them. Now, normally you don't need to do it on every one, but the last one I like to do, the first and last. So if you have like 10 of these down through here, you might have a double, but that's okay. So over, under, back toward me, over the feeding string and back under the cross string. Now at this point, you roll it back over, and I like to then, I'm going to spin it around for you to see it. Then I like to take it and get my knot as close to the center here as I can. Now, tuck all your ends, try to tuck them and fold them underneath, get everything folded underneath. And by the way, you should have done that on the other side when you flipped it over. I forgot to tell you that. And get it nice and where you need it. And then just tie a regular square knot or anything that you think will hold it. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so pull it tight. And it doesn't need to be super tight, just tight. And put your thumb on it if you want to. If you put your thumb on it, will hold it, and then you can make your other loop. And then put your finger on this other end of the loop. Pull that down, there you go. And then you just take your knife, cut it right there, it's done. That's how to tie a roast that you're going to be cutting. Then after you cook it, and you're going to let it sit and rest, the 5-minute rest under the tent, and of course you're going to cook it this way. This way with the side down. And if you need to cook it this way because of the fat, it doesn't matter. When you're done, when it's resting, a lot of people wait till the end. I do it a lot of times because I forget. That's a good time to snip these. Just come and snip each one of these and let it rest. And then once it's done resting, then you just take these, drop it to the bottom. This one might be dug in, drop it to the bottom, and pull it out. If you want to, you can put your snips here too. But the less snips you do, the better likely it is that you'll get all the twine back. There you go.